You might have seen these videos about learning Spanish in just 30 days. And you might wonder, is it really possible to learn one language in one single month? Well, I am a Spanish teacher and I've been teaching Spanish for more than 4 years now. And in this video, I'll show you with science and real cases the truth behind this. We'll take a look at what science and experts say, real lives and 30-day challenges, and what you could achieve realistically in 30 days. According to Foreign Service Institute, Spanish is classified as Category 1 language. It means that it's one of the easiest languages to learn if you speak English. However, FSI estimates that for learning Spanish into a professional working proficiency, it takes around 600 to 750 hours. This is the equivalent to B2 or C1 level in CEFR scale. To put this into perspective, if you were to study Spanish for 30 days, but intensely, this is how it would break down. So if you study 1 hour per day, the time that you would reach 600 hours might be 1.6 years. All right. And then you continue. If you study 2 hours per day, you would get that 600 hours in 10 months. If you study 10 hours a day for 60 days, you will get to those 600 hours. But let's be honest. Would you be able to study 10 hours straight for 60 days? That's really complicated, right? But I want to know, what do you think about this? Do you think it's possible to study Spanish 10 hours a day for 60 days? Personally, I don't think that's possible unless you don't do anything more than just study Spanish. And maybe if your life depends on it, right? On speaking Spanish. So real lives and 30 days challenges. In a 30 days challenge, Arian Simiha decided to improve and to learn Spanish from zero, practicing the 4 skills: listening, reading, speaking, and writing. For listening comprehension, he decided to use Spotify. And why Spotify? Because you can find music in Spanish, which is really good. And most importantly, podcasts. Podcasts can improve your listening comprehension a lot. For reading, he decided to use short stories in Spanish by Oli Richards. Writing and speaking, he decided to use his friend. Well, along this journey of 30 days learning Spanish, he used his friend to learn Spanish and to practice his Spanish. So he had little conversations with his friend, and at the end of this 30 days challenge, he was able to speak a little bit around for 5 minutes. It said though that he didn't focus on speaking and writing. So that's something, if you try to do this challenge for 30 days, something that you can or you need to focus on, speaking especially. By the way, if you want to improve your oral skills in Spanish and turn fear into fluency, check the link below. I have a Spanish learning community that I think will be really, really good for you. Continuing with Arian experience, by the end of this 30 days of studying Spanish every day, he achieved a 1.1 Spanish level. So now he was able to understand and use familiar everyday phrases. This didn't make him fluent, but it gave him a grasp of Spanish language. He said that if he practiced more, he would achieve more. So the level you get after this 30 days challenge depends mostly on you, on how much time, how many hours you invest on learning Spanish. What you could realistically achieve in 30 days depends, as I said, on you. So with 1 hour per day, by the end of this 30 days, you might have a A2 level in Spanish. So it means that you can communicate some things, but not fluent, not advanced in the language. Of course, if you are consistent on this daily hour for the 30 days. If you don't do it consistently, you won't see much results. For that reason, you can use spaced repetition methods, as you might have heard of Anki, that really helps you to remember the things that you are studying. But if you decide to study 2 or 3 hours per day, which is a big number, imagine For 30 days, you're gonna study 3 hours per day. That's a huge number, right? You might achieve a B1 level, like intermediate, but hardly intermediate, right? So you might spend 3 hours a day studying Spanish, and you might be able to express more things, to be a little bit more conversational. But even though after 3 hours per day for 30 days, you might not have advanced Spanish grammar, might not have perfect pronunciation nor fluency. Well, my experience as a teacher is that I see results in 30 days. My students can see results in 30 days. However, it depends mostly on what you do outside of the classroom, what you do in your practice time, if you study actively or not. So it depends mostly on how much time you invest in these 30 days. So the question is, can you become fluent in Spanish in just 30 days? The answer is not. But can you speak Spanish and communicate in Spanish after 30 days? Probably. But you won't be fluent. You won't be able to express complicated things. Maybe you can introduce yourself, you can answer some questions, but it won't be perfect. So, I have something for you. If you are serious about learning Spanish, I have a great opportunity for you. I have my school community. In there, you'll have guidance directly by me. You'll have almost daily live sessions of real conversation and real practice in Spanish. So stop doing it alone. You don't need to be alone. You need guidance. In the community, you'll have that what you need, and you'll be able to convert fear into fluency. The link is in the description. And if this video was useful for you, don't forget to subscribe and like this video. So I'll see you in the next one. Muchas gracias. Adiós.